Thursday on Home and Family, New York Times best-selling author Debbie Maycumber is joining us. And the Facts of Life star Lisa Whelchel is also visiting our home. Welcome back, everybody. Maria is here to give our morning Java a little jolt.
Oh, I like that.
You like that?
And I could use some coffee. I think you and I both have our coffee addiction.
We have a very close relationship with coffee,
yes,
Maria and I.
we do. And also, we have a close relationship with the Peeps. I loved last night's episode of Meet the Peeps. I have to tell you, Rodney Pete and Holly Pete, they are such good friends of ours. They've been on set a number of times, and I have to say, not only do I love them, but I have been loving this season. So, of course, last night we found out that Ryan is studying abroad.
No.
Oh, that hurts my heart. Just being a mom, I would not.
It would be so hard, but good for her.
Well,
what an experience, but so tough.
And Holly's excited, of course, because then she's like, oh, I can go to Europe. But then Rodney was kind of, he was wanting to soak in all that time with her, which I just thought was so cute. And, of course, so I'm excited about next week. I got that little sneak peek because we love watching all of the shows. And so what's great is that Robinson is wanting to be an actor like Holly.
Yes.
So you can see there. And Holly is actually agreeing to let him audition for Morning Show Murders. So I cannot wait for next Monday to see how this goes. It's so fun because being actors, it's fun to see the audition process and things like that. And of course, for the morning show, that's what coming back to the DIY, that's what inspired me and my love for coffee. When I think of morning shows, I think of our show.
Yes.
And I think of the coffee mugs. You always see coffee mugs on morning shows. And I wanted to really step up my coffee routine with this DIY. These canisters are the best thing ever. One, because it showcases the coffee or tea or sugar, but also it has a little DIY.
That's so smart.
So you can have your little
It's so smart. Our coffee's in like a bag in the cabinet.
So precisely,
so
and
not
I
right.
run out, and I don't even know that I run out because I don't know where it is in the cabinet. By the end of the day, it's like, it's all gone. So this is a solution. Not only is it beautiful, but it's something that's really practical as well. Pretty and practical.
Pretty and practical. Let's get started with the prettiness of it. Let's start with the label. And I got to be honest, everybody, when I saw this label, I came over here. Can you see that? The tea on there? I thought to myself, once you put the coffee or tea in there, you won't be able to, well, tea in this case, you won't be able to see it. But guess what? Maria said, grasshopper.
Grasshopper. Okay, so this is just painter's tape here, and these are vinyl letters. And so you can get those at the craft supply store. This is what they look like here, and they come in a big sheet like that. And so just kind of measuring however you want for your letters.
Okay.
Get them on. And so you could use a measuring tape. If you're going to use a measuring tape, I recommend using one. I'm going to bring it over here. Like these like for fabrics. Because you can see,
you can wrap
it around if you wanted to, like that.
And you could also, mark the height all the way around like that too, so you've got an even. I think that's a smart idea.
Exactly.
And now I want to ask you about the specific paint you're using and also the technique that you're applying it with, because this is very important.
Isn't this fun? So these little spongy things are so great, by the way, if you're using any kind of stencil. And so this is really creating sort of our own stencil. And so this is enamel paint that I'm using, as opposed to doing the acrylic craft paint, just the regular acrylic paint, it will peel off.
Gotcha.
And it's not permanent. So the thing that's cool about the enamel paint is after 21 days, it will cure. Or what you can do, you can actually put it in the oven, and every brand is different, but you can put it in the oven, and it will actually cure in the oven, which is so, and
faster than the 21 days.
Exactly.
Right?
So what that means is you can actually put this in the dishwasher and wash it like any other thing you buy at the store, and it'll be great. So you can see we have our green paint with our tea for green tea.
And then one of the ways that you get this clean line, I understand you told me earlier, is that dabbing technique, because then it doesn't bleed under the tape and under the letters, right?
Yes, so the dabbing technique does two things. Exactly what you just said, but also creates a really cool texture that sort of resembles like the coffee grounds, which I think is really fun. And I just removed the painter's tape and I removed the letters because with the you want to do this in a time-sensitive way also, Cameron, because if it's still wet, the letters will peel off and not take the paint with it.
Got it.
So that's really time-sensitive.
Do it while the paint's a little bit wet. That way you don't get the chipping off. And now we come to the power tool section of the DIY. We're going to put the scoop on here. I think the scoop is a fantastic idea.
Such a cool idea. So, Cameron, if you don't mind helping me.
Yeah, you got it.
So you can see we have our, just marking the center here and put a little bit of the tape. You've seen this done on the show a number of times.
Can we get a shot of that?
Yeah, so you can drill down
you see how far to put it in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we figure out our sizing for our drill bit based on the size of the dowel that we're using. So the dowel that I chose to use, you can see is it'll fit in there perfectly. And so what you want to do is just add a little dab of the hot glue, and that will go in there. And I still have my glasses on. And
well, you want to wear the safety glasses when you're dealing with hot glue.
Okay, and so after you have this on, you take this off, and this is when you create the last little bit. Just add your tea in, and you have your lid that it comes with it, so it should fit on perfectly, and you have your scoop, and then you put it right
Maria,
on there, just like that.
What
and that
a great
is how
idea.
you have your green tea. And there's another, you could also do a bunch of different colors, or you could make it really beautiful and just do all white. But it's beautiful because then you can see, like you said in the very beginning, the actual coffee is what shapes the inside of the letters.
And I'm never going to lose the scoop. I'm
exactly.
not going to lose the scoop, everybody. It's the best idea ever. I can't get it back on there. There it is. Okay. Thank you to Maria. Great idea, especially for coffee and tea lovers out there like me. But be sure to watch Meet the Peeps next Monday at 9, 8 Central right here on Hallmark Channel, everybody. And for more information on this great DIY, go to hallmarkchannel.com. And coming up next, we are answering your questions, which we love to do. So we'll see you in a bit. Come on back.